Hello, I have to come back to you again. My name is Marc Delantre. I am Belgian. I am 57 years old, and I am an intelligence agent. I belong for years to an organization specialized in false flags operation around the world. False flags operations are when some countries want to carry out terror attacks, disasters, by making believe to the public and victims in a cause or in a culprit who is not the good one. This organization is military and depends on NATO. His name is Gladio, Gladio. I invite you to watch my other videos and my Facebook page to learn more about me. However, one thing is certain, I am not a conspirator. What I say is always based on my own experience and to information I receive directly from Gladio. Although it may sound strange, my job at Gladio is to tell you the truth. After an attack, for example, I must tell you that it's a Gladio operation, while your country gives you another reason. So I must tell you that the culprit or the cause presented by your country is wrong, and explain why. That's exactly my function. It's my function within Gladio. To do that, I obviously rely on certain information that I receive directly from Gladio, in the form of a signal, the Gladio code. In summary, when Gladio performs an operation, they sign it on my server, on my screen. Again, I ask you to look at my other videos, interviews and Facebook page to understand better what is the Gladio code. So on Friday, April 19, 2019, Gladio drew an alert, a signature on this signal. I did not react. This alert was still present on April 20, and then I react. I put on my Facebook an alert in red, and I write that something could happen anytime during the day because the alert of Gladio that I have before my eyes is too much important. It was then 12 noon. But in my post, I have also write where I am in my book, the Gladio Code, the story of Gladio that I have to write for them. I wrote I am in the chapter 5 out of 88, and I wrote 88 several times in this small post. After the publication of this post, one of my faithful reader, Christina, and specialist in these things, wrote under my post that 88 means Heil Hitler, and his birthday is by chance on April 20, 8 of the day I wrote my post. Immediately I told to Christina not to write these kinds of things on my page. At 4:30 p.m., a stabbing attack occurred in a church in Munich. 24 people are injured, and the terrorist is unbalanced Muslim. It means he is mind controlled by Gladio. But Munich was also Hitler's favorite city for his speech. He lived there 10 years, just before the Second War. Gladio had chosen then to follow my post, to organize an attack. However, it is also possible that Gladio pushed me to do this post, because I surprised myself the number of times that I wrote 88. Only the German authorities seemed to immediately make the link between Munich, Hitler, his birthday, and his hatred of Christians. They decide then to make a total blackout on this event. Not a single German newspaper speak of this event. Even the people of Munich were not aware of this event. The parishioners were from Croatia and non-German nationality, which made things easier. The next day, April 21, the Gladio signal was still in attack mode, and 8 attacks occurred in Sri Lanka. Initially, I had doubts. Gladio likes the series of attacks, but I was not sure. It was when I learned that it was about suicide bombers that there was no doubt in my mind. It was Gladio. Only Gladio is able to have so many kamikazes in such a short time, since they use mind control. So I was sure it was Gladio, especially since this attack was signed on the Gladio code on my server. By chance, I did not see the reason. It was the morning on April 22 when I got up. I have a flash. There was indeed a former Minister of Defense of Sri Lanka who was still in the US on April 12. He also had US citizenship, but he asked the US to withdraw his nationality because he planned to run for the presidency of Sri Lanka. The motive then jumps to my eyes. This former minister wished some help to win these elections. What is better than killing more than 300 people by his American ally and Gladio to push the people of Sri Lanka to hand over the Sri Lanka presidency to their former Minister of Defense? This series of attacks in Sri Lanka is unfortunately the heart of Gladio's activity, to run attacks on government request. Gladio is also used in Europe and has also been used for Notre Dame, Cathedral Notre Dame. Notre Dame, Munich, Sri Lanka, the main target remain the church, but Gladio compares himself to Satan. So it is quite logical that they attack the place of worship. Indeed, we must add the Mosque of Christ Church, the one of Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, and a huge Buddhist temple. And each time, Gladio signs his attacks on my internet server and tells me to tell the world. That's what I did. Since 2015, I have been the witness of more than 3,000 deaths, mostly to allow governments to manipulate their people. I am tired of this situation, and I also have no money left. I am a forced member of Gladio, and I do not even have the financial means to inform you of their operations. I also appeal to your generosity through my PayPal account to continue to inform you about the Gladio activities. Thank you in advance.